Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to see today's video. And if you're new, welcome. I am Bethany Shanae, and my channel is dedicated to documenting my journey to get healthy mentally and physically, as well as lose over 150 pounds naturally through diet and exercise. So if you enjoyed this video or anything else on my channel, please consider liking and subscribing. I would love to have you along for my journey. And quick disclaimer, nothing on my channel is ever medical advice. I'm not a medical professional, so this is just me sharing my experience on my journey to get healthy and any tips or tricks I find along the way. So today for you guys is Vlogmas day 10. Today for me is Sunday. So for my breakfast, I'm literally about to run out the door for church. I have the last little piece of salmon I had yesterday. I've got 4 Brussels sprouts over here, 4 slices of bacon, 3 eggs, and a little bit of cottage cheese. At my church, we have Bible study right after church. And I have a lot of Filipino families in my Bible study, and they make all the delicious Filipino foods regularly. So I want to make sure I'm full so I'm not tempted to eat off plan. But on the agenda for today, I have been sick for the past 2 days. If you noticed the last video, yesterday's video was Thursday for me, and now today is Sunday. Friday, Saturday, I was super sick. I thought I was feeling better Saturday. It just continued to get worse again. But today I'm finally feeling back to myself. So I'm excited. I'm going to go to church. I already got the only 2 groceries I was needing, which was eggs and cottage cheese for this coming week's meal prep. We're going to meal prep. So this is going to include, today's Vlogmas is going to include your Recipe Wednesday. And then I'm also going to have to do laundry, and I need to clean this house. So we're going to chat along the way. Majority of the video will probably be the cooking, even though they're super simple recipes, but make sure you stay tuned for that, because today I'm going to show you how I make my carnivore Lunchables. So yeah, anyway, come along with me on a meat-based day today, and I'll see you in a minute. All right, y'all, so we just got out of church. Great service, great Bible study. Bible study was so fruitful. It is kind of how I wish church and Bible study were all the time. I go to church like you go to school because you want to learn about something. So if I could literally just go to church as my school 8 hours a day, I would. So I just really enjoyed it. Right now we're heading home, but first we're going to stop at Walmart. I need to get some almond milk. I need to get probably some heavy cream, I think, or some half and half. I might do half and half, but I want to start making creamies. So when I was doing the overnight oats a few months ago, when I was trying to see if I can get healthy on the American diet, including carbs and whatnot, doing the 30-30-40 split, it failed miserably. Did not work for me. I had bought these protein powders for overnight oats, so I bought a salted caramel one, and I got a banana one because I was doing banana pudding overnight oats and caramel apple overnight oats. And I'm not doing that anymore. I only made about 2 servings of each. So I want to start making creamies, and I think I'm going to make one. It's going to be chocolate peanut butter banana. That sounds good, because I have a chocolate protein powder and I have a banana protein powder, and I even have the PB2 Fit protein powder, that peanut butter powder, that I can use. I also have regular peanut butter that I could blend in there, which would probably help with the creaminess when I reblend. And then I don't know if I want to use the caramel protein powder or what, because I have quite a bit of protein powders. So, and then I also have sugar-free pudding mixes that I'll add a tablespoon of into my creamy mixes, because it just gives it more of that thick, rich, creamery kind of style flavor, especially since I use almond milk, which is mostly water, versus using just straight heavy cream for ice cream. So those are ways that I make it creamier without adding all the sugar that you'd have to get from using 2 cups of heavy cream, yeah, so let's go to Walmart. I'm going to grab that. And then I think I also wanted to grab some yogurt, some plain yogurt. That way, if I have a sweet tooth, I can just mix some protein powder in with some plain Greek yogurt, maybe a splash of my coffee syrup to really sweeten it up. and that could be a dessert or a treat. Again, oh yeah, I forgot. We're going to go over today what I'm classifying my diet as. So we'll go over that when I get home. So I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, you guys. So I'm about to record the cooking portion of today's video, but don't judge how I look. This is actually, I got Terry, if you see this. This comes with a band, right? It comes with this little strap, and then there's two little loops down here. Oops, I hit the microphone. Two little loops down here. So I think it's supposed to like go down and around normal sized people's waists. It can fit around my waist, but it can't get past my blessings, we'll call them. So, but it definitely helps it stabilize a lot more. So, and anybody else, if you have one of these, I just figured this out. So let's get cooking. All right, you guys. So this is everything we're meal prepping for this week. I have chicken. This is a little over a pound. This is going to be for the carnivore or animal. Well, technically, this will be a carnivore dish. The carnivore Lunchables. I have burger patties, and then I have 2 packs of pork steaks. And then we also have eggs, and then I have cheese and cottage cheese in the fridge. So this is the easiest way that I like to boil my eggs or make hard-boiled eggs. Take an egg. I saw this on YouTube. You take the fat side. See how this is wider and that side's narrower? And you just go. Did you hear that snap? And that shell is not cracked. Do all these. I'll try to do this one next to the microphone so you can hear the snap. Did you hear that? And then this one has a little tiny micro crack in it, but it'll be okay. So in my Instant Pot, I have a metal rack that comes with it and about half a cup of water. So let me get all these done, and then I will show you how I started. All right, y'all. So I'm going to pressure cook 8 eggs. I only need 4 for my 4 Lunchables, but I want to have some extra. Sorry if you guys are still wobbling. You guys are technically sitting on my boobs, so you're going to bounce around. Sorry. Okay, now on the nozzle, I don't know if you can see that, it says venting. Over here, it says sealing. Okay, you always want to flip your switch to sealing. Now, different years and different models of Instant Pots, they're definitely a little bit different. Like how the nozzle looks will be a little different, but it's always the same gist. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to hit pressure cook. I think it was 555, so we'll do 5 minutes, normal pressure, and it'll just, I'm going to turn off the keep warm, and I don't have a start button, so it'll just start on its own. So all right, y'all, so I'm going to use my air fryer. I love this air fryer. It has an option to put in and make a rotisserie chicken. It came with a rotisserie basket. I got it on Amazon a few years ago on one of their lightning deals. I had just gotten an Amazon credit card at that time, so I went spending. But I love it. I've only used a rotisserie once. It's kind of hard to trust the chicken to it, but it's still a great air fryer. So this is 2 pounds of burgers. They're 8 quarter-pound patties. All right, so I need to salt and pepper each of them. Now I'm gonna put these in my air fryer, and I have to be mindful that I'm doing 1 hand clean, 1 hand for seasonings. And the reason why I have my air fryer racks on a cutting board is because they have holes in them, and I'm putting raw meat on them. And I just bleached my counters. And although, as I'm saying this, I'm realizing I'm probably going to re-bleach them. I don't want to have a bunch of gunk on them. So now we're going to season this side as well. So we're just going to cook them at the 370 that it starts at. So there's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches between the 2 layers. And we're going to start. Let's hit time. I'm going to probably do 15 minutes. Why not? Now for my pork steaks, this is between 3 and 3.5 pounds of pork steaks, because this was one package, this was 1.68 pounds. I think this side might have been a little closer to 2 pounds. Each one will be a meal, so this is 4 meals. One of these will be my dinner tonight, actually. So I'm going to use the seasoned meat tenderizer. I don't know if y'all can see, but it's like perfect little pearls now. It never used to be like that. I don't know what they put in it. I was reading the ingredients. It's the same ingredients, just some of them are in a different order. I don't know. But I don't like that. And it kind of cooks different now, too. And then Kinder's The Blend. This is my favorite seasoning by them. And I'm not a fan of their butter flavors, but I'm going to try this buttery steakhouse. I can't remember what I used it on last. But, oh well. Now I'm just going to rub it in. On this side, I'm just going to use blend seasoning. All right, y'all. I have already preheated the oven to 400 degrees. I'm going to take these pork steaks and we're going to cook them until they have, I think, an internal temperature of 140. All right, so the pressure cooker's done. It's been sitting for about 5 minutes. I'm going to flip this valve this way. I turned it this way towards venting, so that way it can release the steam. Do that with a towel. Don't be hard-headed. This will cook your skin off. Like, that is a safety hazard. So, I've got a large skillet. I've got my thinly sliced chicken breasts, which is not evenly thinly sliced, if you cannot tell. But that is okay. So, before my hands get chickeny, I'm going to take some bacon grease from this morning's bacon. I'm going to put it down in this pan. And then we're going to season this chicken with 3 of my favorite seasonings. This is the Kinder's roasted chicken. These 2 are really the 2 seasonings I actually like from Kinder's. And then I'm also going to use, oh my god, do I have any left? Just a little bit of this Greek all-purpose seasoning. This stuff is a staple. If you're new to cooking, get this. This container is like $6 at Walmart. Get this. This has your onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper. If you're new to cooking, this is a good seasoning to start with. It does have salt in it though, so you're going to want to use this in place of salt. Okay, so we're just going to sprinkle. Actually watching myself do all this through my phone because it kind of sits in the way of me seeing what I'm doing, so fun. Alright, now I'm going to swirl that bacon fat around. I'm going to put the thickest piece on first. It's going to be right on the burner. And this one next. And this one. Now, these 2, since they're so thin, will probably be done and ready to flip by the time I'm done cleaning up, so I'll see you in a second. Alright, y'all, so the air fryer just finished. So I like to pull my drippings tray out a little bit, so that way if anything drips while I'm pulling anything out. I don't know, that bottom row looks like they could go for a little longer. You know, we'll put them all in a little longer just to heat through some more. But I'd like to point out that in about 10 minutes, no, in about 15 minutes, we've got 4 different components cooking. Alright, y'all, so let me see how this chicken's doing. Oh, look how pretty that is. This little piece is definitely almost done. I just want to shoot some of this bacon grease towards this chicken too. And this big one's going to have to cook quite a bit longer. So this rag, be careful, it will be hot. And if you notice, the eggs haven't spilt out, but they're already starting to crack on their own. I'll come in and scoop each one out. Now, if there's any eggs that do not have any cracks in them yet, I will go ahead and take a hard spoon and whack them. This piece looks like it's ready to be flipped. Oh, yeah. Let me get my thermometer for the little ones. Now, this chicken will be eaten cold. So, we want to read at probably 155 before I take it off. Alright, this one's probably good. Oh yeah, this one's 181, that one's done. I'm sorry if this is weird, but I just put all my cooked meat on the same plate as it has space. Save dishes. Alright y'all, I'm sure this one's done now, because it's been about 4 more minutes. Let's put this one in the center and just let that fucking cook. We're going to use some Scottish cheese. Now, I'm going to taste some of this first, actually. Make sure it's good. Oh wow, that's good. Ooh, that's sharp. I wonder if this is cow's milk. Almost tastes like Gruyere, which would explain the white bits. Alright, y'all, so the little white bits like here is crystallized, so I just wasted cheese, but that's fine. Before I cut up some manchego, let's go ahead and check the thickest part. Oh, it's good. Cool. Alright, y'all, I'm going to cut up this cheese as well, and then we'll check on the pork steaks. Alright, you guys, so we're going to check the pork steaks now. Oh, those don't even look done. Oh! 180. Oh, they're done. That means I just cooked all this in under 30 minutes. Just so you know. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to sit down for a minute. I'm going to peel the eggs in a little bit. I still want them to cool down a little bit. Ooh, that water actually got hot. Oh yeah, these shells are going to come right off. But only thing we have left to do is to cut up the chicken, build our Lunchables, and put everything in Tupperware. So that took about 30 minutes, y'all. 35 minutes. It was just before 3, yeah, and it's 3:36 now. So, yeah, I'm excited, y'all. That was quick. I'm really glad how that turned out. I don't think it would have been any harder had I needed to do more. Might have taken a little bit longer because we might have had to do batches, but I think it came out pretty good. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to show you how easy these eggs are to peel. And just like that. Oh, this one got a hot spot on it. And the reason why this works is because since it cracks a little bit, even if it's a micro crack and that membrane is popped, when you put it in the ice bath or the water bath, ooh, this one, oh yeah, it is cracked. When you put it in the ice bath, or you can even crack them on the end before you peel it and go like this, kind of flush water in there, it'll get water underneath that membrane, and that's what helps it stop sticking to the egg. Another tip is not to use the tip of your fingers. If you notice, most of the time I'm using this part of my finger and kind of putting pressure and peeling. See how the egg scoots down? Alright, y'all, so I have patted the eggs relatively dry. I put little bits of paper towel underneath the eggs because if you've ever prepped eggs before, then you know they will somehow continue to get wet. Now I'm going to take some of both of these cheeses. And y'all, remind me if it isn't already linked below to link these Tupperwares. I love these. I got them for this exact prep idea. Now I'm going to leave some of these cheeses as extras because I want to eat them today. I'm just going to cut this chicken. Juicy this chicken is. Now the last bit to this recipe is the cottage cheese portion, so I take a good tablespoon of mayonnaise, probably about a tablespoon and a half, and I take cottage cheese. Ooh, the Target brand is a little runnier than I like, damn it. And we're gonna put some of the Kinder's Blend on it. Alright, y'all, and there you have it. My carnivore Lunchable. There's probably only a few hundred calories, probably like 300 or 400. Primarily because of the cheese and the mayonnaise and the cottage cheese. But they're all pretty healthy. High in protein, y'all. Alright, y'all, my microphone died, so let's see what this sounds like. Okay, we are going to be just cutting up the pork steaks. That with a cut up burger patty will be a meal. Alright, y'all, in about an hour and 10 minutes because I took a break, I have meal prepped. This is tomorrow's breakfast. I probably will not eat all 4 burger patties. I have 4 of these. These are my carnivore Lunchables. And then I have 3 of these. These will most likely be dinners, interchangeable with lunches. So it's a pork steak and then a burger patty each. Hey y'all, so before we wrap up today's video, I just wanted to clarify something. I'm been influenced, but I agree with it. Terry rebranded or reclassified her new lifestyle change and reset as not carnivore-ish, which I thought was really cute, but as meat dependent. And I agree, I'm technically not carnivore. I eat sauces. I love salsa. I'm going to have guacamole tomorrow. I'll eat it with some chicharrones. I put mayonnaise on my cottage cheese. I eat protein powders. I use syrups in my coffee. I like almond milk. I am meat dependent, animal based, meat based. I like animal based, but like kind of like plant based, you know, but the opposite. But I mean, hey, just to be clear, I am not a carnivore. Moving forward, my intention is to have my diet be a minimum of 80% animal product. each day. So let's talk about my meal preps for this week. They're a little odd if you noticed. There's only there's 1, 3, and 4 as far as the count. So I have one meal prep of 4 burger patties. And the reason why I packed those, I probably won't eat all 4 of them, but I did it because whatever I don't finish, I can leave in my fridge at work. And that way I can snack on it another time that I'm hungry. And then I had 3 pork steak and burger patty meals. And then I had 4 of the meat-based, animal-based Lunchables. So one day, tomorrow's the only day that I actually need all 3 of my meals to be prepped. Tuesday, I just need breakfast and dinner. Wednesday, I just need breakfast. So, the Lunchables will be my breakfasts Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Thursday morning, I'm driving to Mississippi. So, the vlogs next week should be interesting. I should have some variety for once. I will actually be getting out and doing something, but I'm excited. But yeah, that's why. Tuesday, work has a catered lunch coming for Christmas. Wednesday, friends and I are going out to lunch, so I'm going to get a steak and a side salad. And then for dinner that night, the owners of the company are throwing a holiday party, so I'll be there. And I think it's at a Mexican restaurant, and I believe it has, I looked at their catering menu, and I think I saw fajitas and things like that. So, I will not be eating on plan for that meal at all. But yeah, unless it's buffet style and I can just serve myself a bunch of meat. But, anyway, so yeah, you guys, I am excited. The rest of the year is going to be pretty crazy with events and plans. I come back from Mississippi Saturday morning. Sorry, Muckluck is trying to... If you have Roku, you know what I'm talking about. The screensaver for Roku, there's cars that drive across the bottom. Muckluck tries to catch them. He tries to catch them. I'm just afraid he's going to knock the TV down one day. But I drive back from Mississippi Saturday morning. That night I have a church party. Sunday morning I have church, and I'm going to be a greeter that day. All of this while still needing to do meal prep for the next week, decompress from 11 hours of driving in 72 hours. And then Sunday night we also have, I think it's called Global Night of Worship. That sounds right. At our Woodway campus for our church. So I will be going to that as well. So it just seems like each day I have at least 2 things going on. And then the next week, I think I have a couple days of free time after work, which I will hopefully be using at the gym. So yeah, you guys, I had a good time today. Let me know down below what you think about the meal prep being included in the vlog, because it's not something I've done before, I don't think. Or I started to, and then I might have edited it out. And I said before, if Vlogmas continues to go well and I keep in this good routine of editing, I might actually keep vlogging regularly like this. So, I mean, meal preps might be easier in vlogs. You guys let me know if you prefer dedicated meal prep videos. But yeah, you guys, I'm tired. I need to shower. I have to sort and put away all my laundry. I was sick Friday and Saturday, so I didn't go to the Angel of Lights event Friday, day 2. Yesterday, Saturday, I woke up and I was like, oh, I feel so much better. And as the day progressed, I just continued to burn. I mean, I sat in one spot most of the day. I did a load of dishes, watched half a season of Vampire Diaries, and yeah, relaxed. I got 10 hours of sleep. So today's my first day having energy and feeling better again. And it's great. I'm glad. I meal prepped, I did laundry. I just now have to put my laundry away, and I'll probably get my duffel bag out for my Mississippi trip and just pack my clean clothes now. That way after work, I would like to go to the gym after work Monday and Tuesday hopefully, but Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I keep trying to squint and see how much time I've been talking. So, anyway, guys, I love you guys so much. I'm having so much fun with Vlogmas. I'm enjoying it. Sorry I look busty crusty today, but hey, I went to church. I looked nice. I came back. I undid it all. But yeah, y'all. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming back to see today's video. Again, I am Bethany Shanae, and if you enjoy anything on my channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. I'd love to have you along for my journey. And yeah, come back tomorrow for day 11, I believe it should be. And it's going to be a what I eat in the day, I think. It should be. So, yeah, y'all. Anyway, thank you so much. I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.